Alright guys, what is going on? We have an update from the guys over at Niche World Cult about Monsters and Memories and the upcoming beta early access, the end of alpha or when it will be ending, all that kind of stuff. It was done today, written by Shawn. Let's take a look. He says, "Hi all, as we've mentioned in the last update, we've been a little quieter than normal after November's 12-day playtest. Aside from just catching our breath after a long playtest, we've been super focused on beta-related work and updating our planning for 2026. This update should clarify things, but feel free to join the Discord or our various live streams, links down in the description to those live streams, if you have any additional questions. Also, a link to the Discord will be down there. I'm sure you guys have that already though, right? The dates listed here may not reflect across the entire website, but we'll get the site updated shortly. Also, we're holding an open playtest starting on Saturday, December 27th, 2025 at 1 p.m. Eastern. It's running until Monday, December 29th, 2025 to 1 p.m. Eastern. So that is this coming weekend right after Christmas. Hopefully you guys can participate. So what's our schedule look like? Our current required for beta milestone is our most critical hurdle for early access. This milestone is the foundation of the initial early access experience and game in general. As we mentioned in the previous beta update, it's heavily focused on our classes, balance, progression, economy, and wrapping up initial work on a few systems like housing and religion. With that in mind, we'll continue to take the time we need to get the game in a state we're happy with. Very good. But be assured, we're moving with a sense of urgency. We're excited to get the game in your hands. Here are the dates we are currently have as targets. So take a look here as it has adjusted. You see the road to early access. Alpha is continuing, and it says down here January and February. They'll determine month to month, but these are the targets. So alpha to continue into January and February. So let me just say now that the previous target for early access was first quarter 2026. You know, as many people have said, take your time. I think everybody's totally chill with them taking. They've been giving us so many opportunities to play the game. I don't think anybody has any issues with them taking their time, getting things right. Nowadays, especially with like AAA developers, you see them just push things. Their deadlines are too quick. They're pushing things out too soon, and you know, doesn't look good after that. So I think they're doing the right thing here by taking their time and just setting it back and getting it right. So then moving into beta begins on March 1st. So, you know, 2 months and a day into 2026 is when we can expect beta. Beta lock begins May 1st. So I'm assuming, what does that mean? That's when it ends? Is that what that is? I'm not sure what beta lock means. Maybe we'll find out here if we continue reading. And then early access is to launch on June 1st, so 6 months into 2026, so halfway through the year. They initially said first quarter 2026. A lot of us were assuming it would be the end of March, which is the end of the first quarter. So this really, in reality, for most of us, this is only getting pushed back about 3 months, even though it says June, and it's like that's a hard day. A hard date. I think most of us, we were expecting the end of March already, so it's only really 3 months different, but get it right. Let's go. Love to see it. They're working hard and they're doing a lot, and there's going to be, look at all these playtests. They're going to continue alpha. There's going to be a beta that a lot more people are going to get into the beta than in the alpha. And I'm sure at some point in the beta, they might do open beta, like a weekend here and there for people who didn't fully get in. But let's continue reading. The following are our key dates. Required for beta work continues through January and February, as we saw on the roadmap. Beta begins March 1st. Beta lasts for 2 months, March and April. We lock the build on May 1st. Does that mean we don't have access to it, or there's no more updates until early access? Let's find out. This lock is maintained for all of May. As we hit critical fixes within that build, additional work continues on the initial EA updates and Module 1 June 1st kicks off early access. So it doesn't really answer if we're locked out or if we just won't see any more updates. All the updates are behind the scenes, and then boom, they have a big update on June 1st. Not sure which. Some notes on these dates. We'll evaluate our progress month to month and determine if we need to alter the dates. As an all-volunteer team, this schedule is pretty aggressive, but we've got team members who have been volunteering their time for years. We're paying for everything out of our pockets, and we're eager to get people in and playing. And yeah, paying. With that in mind, we'll reduce scope as we go if needed, and move those items to specific EA updates, patch 0.05, module 1, etc. We'll provide insight into the specific work we're doing, as well as any changes, so that you'll have a better understanding of our areas of focus, progress, and decisions. See below. So now we have tracking our progress. We've decided to use an approach similar to our original game deconstruction roadmap image below to help you better understand and required for beta work in more detail. Required for beta is kind of like a name. See if we could check this out real quick. This is their older roadmap, and what you can do is you can see everything that they're working on in different categories, and these things have different, they're color coded like based on what they're doing and how far along the progress is. You can like click on them for more information and stuff like that. So it's a really cool interactive little thing that they have there. I think above they said that they're going to add, they're going to do a new one. They're going to introduce a new one for the required for beta. But up above they mentioned that they hadn't added it to the website maybe yet, but they're going to be doing that very soon. I've had too much caffeine today. Sound like Elmer Fudd or something. We've added a second breakdown using a similar style to show the status and of any decisions on discrete required for beta topics. It looks like this, as you can see here. If I click on it, it doesn't get bigger, unfortunately. That way we can provide an easy place for people that are testing or just curious to find our current status. And we can note or clarify decisions to limit scope or push certain functionality to later as part of each card. Think of it as part status tracking and part frequently asked questions. This won't replace our internal tracking system, but it should give you some decent insight. You can find it here. Oh, maybe they do have it. Let's take a look. Oh, okay, so they do have it. It has its own link. So as you can see, it looks just like everything else. It's all the same color as they need to work on these things. It's, it was just implemented. So you'll see it, you can check back here every once in a while and see where they are on certain things. Very nice. You'll also be able to reach it from the roadmaps page on our community hub. My target for getting all of this in place is before the end of the year, so in the next week or so. But hey, I've got my laptop with me while I'm out of town, so it may get finished sooner. Take your time, enjoy the holidays. Beta testing. People have been asking if closed alpha participants will automatically transfer over to beta. Yes, they will. I'd previously mentioned, a little tongue-in-cheek, that not everyone from alpha would be in beta. I was jokingly referencing a few people who were on the naughty list. Apologize for the confusion. Apologies. Don't worry, if we haven't talked to you, you're not one of them. But please continue to be nice. Santa will be watching. Opting in. You/everyone can opt in to closed beta via the community hub on our website. There's a link to that in a post on this YouTube channel. I made a post with a link if you haven't signed up yet. It's also in the Discord. You can also click on it here, a link to this write-up for the beta. This will also be in the description of this video. If you want to check this out for yourself, look at the pictures up close, any of that kind of stuff. Opting in will put you in a pool of available testers that we can pull into testing as needed. As of this posting, 4,015 people have opted in already. That's a good number. Our new opt-in system has two features we're excited about. Lotteries. We can now run regular lotteries within the opt-in pool. There's no need to be present or do anything else. You'll be notified if you've been selected. Friend invites. Lottery winners and other testers can now be given the ability to invite friends with an invite code or link. This will give you the ability to get one or more of your friends into play with you if needing our assistance. Oh, without needing our assistance, excuse me. This is very cool. So if you and like your significant other, maybe your IRL buddy, somebody you know through Discord or whatever, you can get a friend in there so you guys can go out and duo experience it. Get a guild member in, you know, who hasn't been in yet or something like that. That's really cool. So they have a little illustration of it there. Exact numbers for the lotteries and friend invites will be announced at a later date. We have no immediate plans to fire off the lottery system until beta, but you never know. Maybe we'll test it before then. And again, beta isn't looking like until March 1st, was it? You'll receive an email if you've been selected to enter testing, and we'll let it be known in general whenever we're firing up the lottery. So you can know to be expecting an email. Check your junk folders, anything like that. You never know. Sometimes emails get lost. The email will come from customer service at monstersandmemories.com, so don't get scammed. You know how Discord is, man. I'm constantly getting like DMs from random people in Discord, from random Discords that I'm part of. However, this won't be the only route into closed beta. For example, we can still give access during streams at other times, but the lottery system seems pretty fair since you don't need to be in Discord or on streams, etc. to get a chance to be picked. Just opt in. And we will continue to have open playtests and stress tests during the time leading up to early access. Boom. This is what I said earlier. They'll probably still do open ones like a weekend here or there or whatnot. So if you don't get into the closed beta where you can play 24/7, there's still going to be weekends to try to get you in to join everybody else. Or whoever else, not everybody. Please join our Discord and mailing list to stay up to date on testings. There's links here. Again, a link to this whole thing in the description. In closing, as I said, as of this posting, the dates posted on the website are still out of date. We'll get site updated ASAP. Thank you for your patience. We've tried to nail every playtest date because we know people take time out of their schedules to hop into the game. But with these longer term, bigger target dates, we'd rather try and get things right rather than just hit the date. We'll continue to post information about beta and early access in the coming weeks and months. But hopefully, this covers the bigger questions for now. Have a Merry Christmas or whatever you're into, and a Happy New Year. Festivus for the rest of us. Everyone on the Monsters Memories team is extremely excited for 2026 and can't wait to play with everyone again. Big thanks to Shawn and the entire gang over there. All the developers, composer, artists, all you guys. Super big thanks. And just remember, I'll probably integrate this into the thumbnail or something, but just remember that these dates, you know, aren't set in stone. Like he said, this is what they're shooting for, but if shit happens, if stuff pops up, they might have to push stuff back, you know, but just to get it right, get it feeling good. It'll be here before you know it. In the meantime, enjoy yourselves out there. Everyone have happy holidays, like you said, whatever it is that you're doing out there. I will see you in the next video.